Hi, I'm Tuesday, and welcome back to Tuesdays with Tuesday. I write fantasy fiction under the name Mary E. Twomey, and you can find all my books at maryetwomey.com. I also write cozy mysteries under the name Molly Maple, and I write contemporary romance under the name Tuesday Embers. Right now, I am writing book 12 or 13. I'm not sure what number it is. In my Cupcake Cozy Mysteries, that title will be called Strawberry Scandal. So hopefully that will be out before spring fully hits. But today, we don't need to worry about that. We are in fantasy land. So cozy up and let me read chapter 33 to you. 33. Best work wife ever. I've never seen anyone cut their burger with a fork and knife, Danny commented with a mouth full of beef. Mary Ann and I took small bites while the guys seemed to be in a contest with each other to see how many half-pound burgers they could swallow whole. We'd snuck Mason in past the hostess. He was laying over my feet and consuming burgers cooked rare by the truckload underneath the table in our back corner booth. I cut myself another piece, chewing only enough to be able to choke it down so I didn't punk out. I was halfway through the burger and I felt like I was going to barf. Yeah, well, I've never seen anyone eat 3 pounds of beef in one sitting. Does it really make you that hungry? Vaughn belched in answer. It's like I can't eat fast enough. I'm going to have to hit the gym hard after this. Danny shook his head. No need to compensate. Your metabolism's running high now. Just taking the soul from her does that. Danny slapped his massive bicep. If her security's threatened, your body will start compensating by developing muscle more easily to keep her safe. Vaughn straightened. Stand back, mates. I'm the total package. I pointed to a waitress who'd been eyeing Vaughn since we walked in. Dude, waitress at 4 o'clock concurs. That'll be an easy number to pick up if you're interested. The dark-haired mid-30s beauty was sneaking looks at his mischievous smile, but was too polite to ask for his number, seeing as how we looked like we were on a double date. Thought I'd throw the girl a bone. Vaughn raised his arms in victory. If I wasn't about to go hit on that girl, I'd kiss you square on the mouth. Best work wife ever. Cheers, darling. I gave him a fist bump and a grin. You got burger grease on your chin. Not sexy. I handed him a spare napkin. He wiped his face and cast me a dazzling grin. Better? Almost handsome. Oh, you. He batted his hand at me, feigning coyness as he slid out of the booth to go work his magic on the waitress. Girlfriend wouldn't know what hit her. Vaughn was just as charming as he was handsome. Mary Ann watched me pick at my burger as the sun set through the window. You don't have to do that, you know. Pretend it doesn't bother you that Vaughn's not interested in settling down. I chewed carefully as I thought through my response. It doesn't bother me. Why would that be an issue? I work with lots of men in the prison. None of them are interested in settling down with me either. Vaughn and I are co-workers. Maybe Mason then? My eyes widened at the awkward line of questioning. I felt Mason shift against my feet, uncomfortably. I'm thinking there are at least 10 other topics more relevant to everyone here. Let's switch to one of those, shall we? Mary Ann was quiet for a few beats, while Danny debased himself in his 7th giant burger, moaning gluttonously. When she finally spoke, it was with a mousy voice I had a hard time hearing. You don't get along with your mother. I swallowed, and though I hadn't finished my burger, I knew I couldn't stomach another bite if this was the road we were headed down. I've learned that I can get along with just about anybody. Bev and I do all right. My mother was killed in a car crash when I was a baby. I've had a lot of time to dream up what I'd like in a stepmom if Dad ever remarried. She stopped talking, letting the words hang between us as if daring me to react to them so she could judge how much to get her hopes up with Bev. What do you think of her? Bev's the life of the party. She's always up to go shopping, so feel free to bond with her over that. She's very popular. She can be nice. I chose my words carefully. If she's ever not nice, I want you to tell me about it first thing, and I will handle it. I wasn't sure why I felt oddly protective of Mary Ann. Perhaps it was her slight figure, or her waif-life complexion. Her gentle way made me want to keep her far from Bev, who was often hurtful to people without thick skin. I didn't want Mary Ann to have to grow the tough outer layer I wore like an armor around Bev. I made purposeful eye contact with Danny, and he nodded in understanding. Bev will be over the moon to get to know you better, I'm sure. She really likes Ezra. Mary Ann's aqua eyes grew large. Dad is quite taken with her. I've never seen him so happy. He laughs now. It had been a while before he started his phone calls and dates with Bev. She twisted her napkin nervously, and, like a pro, Danny reached out and stroked the back of her hand, taking a small amount of nerves from her as she spoke. You and Ollie don't call her Mother most of the time. What should I call her? I guess that's between you and Bev. How much do you and your dad know about our family situation? I had to ask. I mean, the sweet girl was tiptoeing around Dynamite, asking me if it would make a pretty sparkle. That your father left when you were young, and that she raised you all by herself while working as a receptionist for a real estate office. That can be the truth. Close enough. I scratched the backs of my hands under the table as I ignored the scabbed-over wound I didn't like talking about. Cool. That's good. Mason paused his ravenous meat fest to nuzzle his nose into my shin. But it's not the truth? I pushed my plate away. I think I'm full. You guys about ready? Want me to tell them to slaughter another cow to go? I asked Danny, who was studying me as he chewed. Mary Ann deserves to know what she's getting thrown into. Ezra deserves to know, too. True enough. But don't I deserve a little privacy? Danny looked me square in the face and replied with a succinct no. I sighed, balling up my napkin after I dabbed at my lips. Look, I'm letting you all stay in my house. I'm talking about normal stuff just fine. Not for nothing, but I just met you all a couple days ago. Don't forget that. I turned to Mary Ann, my voice softening. Look, if you want to get to know Bev, that's good. You totally should know your new mama. You two will probably get along great. It was the truth. No matter how much I tried, overlooked, and smiled, Bev would always despise me. I didn't blame her for hating me. I was a souvenir from her one-night stand. Why do I get the feeling something's very off with your situation? Danny asked, challenging me. I'm all done. I'll wait in the car until you guys are ready to go. And just like that, I shut the door on the conversation. That is the end of chapter 33. Holy crap! Look at that! We are so almost done with this book. Aren't you proud of yourself? You're reading a book. Yay! You're taking time for yourself to relax and expand your imagination. Good for you. Come back next Tuesday, and I will see you then for Tuesdays with Tuesday.